Alright, hey, what's up guys? I'm gonna do a short video to celebrate Rift being free. And I don't know, give some thoughts and opinions about it. This is one of my lower level characters. Basically the point of this video will be you know, should you play it? Is it worth playing now that it's free and doesn't cost money? The short answer is, I guess. Basically, I'll show off some combat. This is my mage. I pretty much kill anything my level with that small combo. It's got an 8-second cooldown, so it's not overpowered. Right? You know, the combat's World of Warcrafty. You have spells that take time to cast, like this Fireball. You have spells that are like this Flame Bolt that are just instant. And there are channeling spells, but very few. And I don't have any to show off. Of course, you get like buffs. There are lots of summons, like this guy that I have. Let's see. There are toggle spells like this, where I do more damage, but it uses charge per second. That's my third meter. So, I rarely use that because it's really annoying. Just because, like, look how fast it drains. It's... Wait, there we go. Yeah, look how fast it drains. It's like, you only have 100 and it doesn't go up. So, like, you have to toggle it on and off, like, constantly. So, the combat is, you know, basic MMO-ish. So, if you're into that, it's, of course, good. What sets Rift apart is that you get the 3 soul trees. As you can see, I've put most of my points into Pyromancy and summoned Elementalist, which is why I have the summon. But you get 3. When you reach the level cap, which I believe is like 50 or maybe 60, most skill trees say to go like 41 here and like 17 into a second tree. So like even though you have 3, your third one is basically just for those first 2 spells. From like what I've seen, but you can put your points however you want. There's 4 basic categories. Obviously this is a mage, so that's 3 plus these 5, so 8 total souls. So your selection of 3 out of 8 is not bad. How it works is, up here mostly passives, some are actives like this one. You put points into here, and for every point this number goes up, and when that number reaches the number down here you get this spell, which are normally actives, sometimes they're passives. That one's channeling, but you know, that's basically how it works. So you basically plan your passives and the few actives you want from here, and then you, by leveling that up, you get these. You also can only level this as far as your level, so my character's level is 9. So I can only go to 9 Pyromancy, and that's why I have 3 points into Elementalist, because there's... sometimes you get like 2 points when you level up, so you have to put that somewhere else, because there's no point in saving it. Because you'll never be able to make this higher than your level. So like that's what sets it apart as far as like skills go, but most people knew that. Surprisingly enough, there are no rifts in Rift right now, at least on my map. Like, yeah, there's just nothing. The quests are very organized, like it shows you exactly where you need to go. Let's see. Normally, there's rifts that show up across the world that have just chosen not to be active when I decided to make this video. I don't know why. But yeah, so we'll get to that later. So now that it's free to play, of course, it has a shop complete with bikinis. And the shop is pretty cool. I haven't bought anything personally, but like, there's services, you know, there's all this stuff. There's quite a bit of mounts, and you don't have to buy them. This also functions as like a general store. As you see, you can buy stuff with normal in-game currency. You can't buy everything with that, but you do get some of that. And when you buy and spend money on the game, you get loyalty. And basically, if you subscribe, you also get loyalty. But basically, as your loyalty goes up, you get more and more prizes for free. Just a little bonus. But, you know, that's only if you want to pay. So, basically the restrictions, there's a rift opening back there. I'll go that way. The restrictions are pretty light. There are basically two big ones that can affect people. First one is you only get 3 bag slots. Now they're pretty cheap to open up. 860 points, which for like $20 you get like, I don't know, how much was it? 3,000? So for $20 basically you could open about all of those slots. Let's use our planner lure to open this rift. And this is basically what happens. These guys are all level 9. I don't know if I can necessarily handle this by myself. Actually, maybe. They're not that strong. Or should I say I am strong? My HP is actually pretty low though. Oh no. Any blue crystal? That's not what I need. There are healing items, but rarely. That was like a poor decision. I thought I was on my other character who basically never dies. It's a cleric. But anyway, this is basically what rifts are. Big scary things that basically summon monsters. They're kind of like mini dungeons, perhaps you could say. But not so much. So I'm terrible. I know. Merge public groups. Let's do that. So yeah, there are public groups, so you never have to worry about like, oh, they won't let me in their party. I mean, I guess you do have to worry about that if they have their own, but in general, there's a public group with plenty of people. You get Planarite and some other stuff for doing those. That quest is done. Yeah, like this. 20% of incoming damage back to enemies on hit. Like, rifts give you a bunch of basically trash. I mean, like, it's cool, but I never mentally prepare to use that stuff. What else is there? Oh yeah. So, those are basic rifts. There are worldwide events. Why do I have to talk to all these people? I'm assuming that's this summer event that's going on, but there are worldwide events, which you would see, not worldwide, but like area. So this is Free March, basically the starting zone for the Defiance. And there would be like 10 to 15 rifts across the whole thing, and certain rifts don't just spawn monsters like this. They actually spawn monsters that will travel across the land and actually kill NPCs and stuff. And if you don't defend them, then, you know, NPCs will die, you can't turn in your quests. They respawn, like, after a little bit, but it's just more incentive to get into it, and it's a pretty active environment for the most part. It seems to get a little more sparse when you get into the higher level areas. Like, maybe the higher level people are doing other stuff, so there's less people to help with the worldwide events, but in general it's pretty nice. But yeah, so the only drawbacks of Rift being free that I've run into are the bags, of course, which I said. And you can't sell in the auction house until you get 1500 loyalty. So basically that means you have to buy at least $20 worth of credits and spend all of them. And probably more, because you get like, let's see, I think it's 2 points per credit bought and 2 points per credit spent. Yeah, so 4 times that, which would only be 13,000, so you'd actually have to buy like a little more. And actually, I just got trampled by steer. Anyway, yeah, so you'd have to spend a bit more than that and actually spend all of it in the shop. Like, you get 2 points for buying it, so that would be 2 times 3,250, which is 6,500, and then you get another 6,500 if you manage to spend every single drop of that. So yeah, you basically need to get the 1500 loyalty to sell in the auction house. That's kind of a hit or miss for some people. Some people don't care about the auction house. Some people want to level their professions and sell the items to, you know, make money in the game, obviously, to buy like gear instead of crafting their own or whatever. I don't know, I'm not any of those people. My professions are like mining and I don't even know. But yeah, that's the basics. You do get skills based on your race, which, oh, that is the actual third drawback that I just thought of. If you don't subscribe to the game, you only get 2 character slots. So I already had this character, and I already had my cleric, so I couldn't make a new character to show off the creation. So, I don't know. There's 4 different types of characters, so I guess I would have preferred there to be 4 slots, but at the same time, it's not really a big deal, because I'm not the kind of person who wants to level each kind of character or anything like that. I don't want to go there. And that's pretty much it for the drawbacks, at least that I've run into. My main is like level, what, 23 or so, which is like a third of the cap. So it's basically if you like World of Warcraft but you don't want to pay for 15 bucks a month, Rift is probably what you'd want to play. It controls like World of Warcraft. You know, it works pretty much exactly the same, except it's free now. There are mounts and stuff that I just haven't gotten on this character. My cleric actually dropped a mount from one of the world events and a pet, so that was pretty cool. This is the title screen. Can't log in until that one logs off. So there's this many servers. Actually, yeah, we could. As you can see, there's PvP servers and PvE servers. PvP basically is like open world PvP. Like, people can attack you basically wherever they want, except in like the newbie zones. And then there's PvE RP, which I guess is for people that like RPing. I've never been in that kind of server, so I don't know if it has like RPing benefits, like when you attack people you don't actually do damage, or I have no idea. But anyway, you can actually create a character. There's 2 factions, and they have separate quest lines. And they also have separate races. So as you can see, there's the F, which basically are humans, Kalari, which are like elves, and the Bami, which are big mofos. And you've got Mathosians, which I guess are actual humans, elves, which are elves, and dwarves. And they all have racial abilities, and these really don't matter too much. They basically all have 1 resistance. This one's water, this one's death resistance, and this one's life resistance, and they all get like some active spell. So yeah, there's the 4 classes. You basically pick one. Actually, you can preview like what your class would look like in higher level gear, you know. And this is the basics of the classes, basically what they picked out for you. The customization's pretty decent. It's not anything crazy, but blah blah. That's my name. It's got a little cutscene. And so as you can see, the thing that I chose basically gives you these 3 and actually tells you where to level. But if you can change it to whatever you want. So like that. And then it won't tell you what to do anymore because it realizes you want to do your own thing. Which I suggest because obviously you want to customize your character as best as possible. You will, I don't know what this is. You will not be able to destroy, sell, or otherwise get rid of coin or items until the coin lock status is cleared. Apparently I've been coin locked for no reason. But yeah. So those are the basics. It's got a few drawbacks. Here's Angelic Flight, which I actually enjoy. It's kind of fun because you can use it to gap clear. So like sometimes you'll find castles that are like torn apart, and sometimes you don't want to walk around, you want to just fly over this gap. So you can actually just use this spell and fly right over. Questing is basically like World of Warcraft, and it's pretty freaking close. The only thing I haven't really seen are like dungeons, but oh, I can't see the map. That's awesome. But I think there are actual dungeons, just maybe not as many. Like, instead of like World of Warcraft where you would just queue up, you have to actually walk to it or something, I guess. There's looking for group, which I have no idea. I've never even messed with that. There's all kinds of stuff, and this was pretty much like max settings, so your game should look generally like this, but it does have pretty decent settings to go down. Yeah, see, like pretty much everything's maxed, but I mean, like, they've got long ways to go down. So if you have a lower end PC, you can probably still run this. You might lag a little bit during huge rifts, like when 10 of them open up. It's not that bad. And yeah, so basically if you like games like World of Warcraft but don't want to pay, or maybe you want a bit more realistic graphics, or I don't know, just not cartoony graphics like World of Warcraft, Rift is not that bad. It has very few downsides in comparison. There is actually one that does kind of annoy me, and that is the lack of quick transport. Like, there are teleporters, but those only go from the big city to big city. So there's only one big city per like huge gigantic area. And then there's no like if you've played World of Warcraft or any other MMO, normally there's like horses you can ride that take you from this small settlement to that small settlement. There's none of that in here. So you will be walking pretty much everywhere, or riding your mount when you get one.
The gods have granted
there are voices. NPCs and stuff actually say stuff sometimes when you kill them. I don't know why it won't let me attack this guy. Oh, I changed my abilities. So, let's see. Let's just use this to kill him with this. And as you can see, each class works differently. Warriors go off of, what is it called? Charge? Attack points, which basically go up to 3, and sometimes it'll be like, this skill requires 3 attack points, or, let's actually look at that. Yeah, the finishers. Do I have any finishers? I don't think I do. Oh, here we go. Nope, that's not. I guess I don't get any finishers at first. Basically, they'll take all 3 attack points and do massive damage. Rogues work similar, except it's per target, I believe. So you have to build combo points on the same enemy, and normally their skills will do more damage based on how many combo points you have, and I believe that caps out at 5. And the cleric doesn't get anything. I think it's just normal mana, and the mage, as you saw, gets that charge bar that goes under here that I can toggle my ability that gives me more damage. So there are slight differences. But so yeah, if you want a game to play, Rift's not bad. If you like questing, I kind of just use it as my, I'm bored, want to just relax, not have to worry about serious stuff, so I'm gonna quest on Rift. Like, that's basically what I do. Gap clearing. And that's pretty much all I have to say about this game. I would suggest you try it out. It's pretty big. I mean, what do you have to lose? It's free. So, it's got a few cutscenes. Pretty much once you leave the starter area, you don't really see them, that I've noticed. But, you know, if you need an MMO to play, and you need a free one, this isn't bad. It's very lenient on the restrictions of not being a subscriber and all that. I mean, if you're serious about the game and like need the auction house, like as I said, it's about 25 bucks total spent to get the 1500 loyalty. So I mean, like, if you're serious about a game, you know, 25 bucks isn't bad, because once you have it, you don't need to pay for it again. The only thing I don't know is, like, is it per server, or per account, per character? Because if it's 25 bucks per character, that's pretty ridiculous, but I guess you could just put it all on the same character to sell? I don't know. But yeah, I'm gonna wrap up this video and stop jumping around. And hopefully you try it out if you want to. It's got a lot to it. Like, there are books to read. Not books. Well, I guess they are kind of like books. There's like lore and items randomly around, and there are... Let's see if I can find it. Can't find it. I don't know what the button is. V makes you look behind you. That's cool. Wait, did I find it? I think this might be... No. I don't know where it's at, but basically there are kind of like sets of items you can find called artifacts, and basically you find all the artifacts and they will give you some kind of bonus. So like, if you don't want to just quest and grind, there are rifts to go kill, world events, there's professions, there's like artifact collecting. So there's a lot more than just, oh, I'm gonna accept all these quests and go kill a few monsters and come back. So, you know.
Looking for something?
So, hope you guys enjoyed. And, if you do play Rift, just drop a comment and maybe tell me how you like it. And if you already played Rift, free to play or not free to play, feel free to tell me how you liked it as well. Because I know some people might have played it before and then they were like, well, I played it after it was free and I didn't like it, or maybe, you know, I paid for it but then now it's free and it's actually just as good. You know, the more people who throw their input out there, the better. But anyway, I will see you guys in the next video, which will undoubtedly be the most entertaining thing you've ever seen. I just don't know what it is yet. Anyway, I'll see you guys next time.